just been a passion all my life. I mean, I think I started with my first car when I was 12 years old. And then I started building them from there. And I'd buy one, build it up, and swap it for a nicer one, and buy it, build it up, and swap it for a faster one, and then it just continued to evolve.
My dad's always had different stuff to fix up. When I was 11 years old, we had a early 90s Explorer. That had a little bit of engine problem, and he wanted to rebuild the motor. Well, this is when he was living in Charlotte still, and I came down for the summer, and we pulled the motor out. And the whole entire time, he didn't turn a wrench except for the stuff that I didn't have enough ass behind me to actually do it, like torquing stuff down. Other than that, he gave me the manual, gave me all the tools, and I did all the work myself. And ever since then, I haven't been able to get my hands out of a motor.
We were having dinner at a wing place, and I'm always listening to everybody else talking about it. And finally, somebody popped up and said, "What kind of car do you like?" Not meaning for racing or anything, but what kind of car do you like? And I said, "Well," there was one I've always liked ever since I was in my 20s. A neighbor had it, and it was, I think, a 70 Cuda. Wasn't sure. So we went online and started doing a search, and I pointed it out, and sure enough, it was a 70 Cuda.
I'm building a Barracuda, which is actually a Cuda. It's a 340 Cuda for my wife. That's one that she'll take and race.
Finally found one a few states away, and went straight through it, snow and all, snow, ice, rain. The determination to get it. Brought it back, and then sat and looked with what was there, and we decided to dedicate it to representing the breast cancer awareness. I'm going to go with white. White is one of the original colors. Go with white, but with a pearl, a pink pearl. I didn't want it to go with pink because then it would look like the Pink Panther, so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have the muscle of being a 70 Cuda, but at the same time have that feminine touch.
That is a pretty good little story there. I had went to go look for, I told my wife I was going to go look for a trailer, or go look at a trailer, would be a better thing to say. I went to the place, found a trailer, and brought it home. And this trailer is so big that it covered the front of my existing shop, and it covered her window. I walked inside the shop and asked her to come out to look at this, and she comes out, opens the door, and she looks to the left and she looks to the right, and she says, "It looks like you're going to be in the doghouse for a while." That's how it got named, or that's how we decided to name it as we started building it. And since then, I mean, I have renamed it twice, but it's still the same name. I've changed the design on it twice, and now it is a pretty bold statement on the side of the trailer. And everybody always asks me about that. What, is your wife mad at you? No, it was just a brief statement, and it came out pretty funny. I mean, and now it's a character of the car. Basically, when it first starts, you're going to run up and you're going to pull into what they call a water box, and that's so you can turn your tires over, which is called burning the tires, doing a burnout. And what you're trying to do there is you're trying to heat your tires up. You want to heat your tires up. You don't want to heat them up too much, but you also do not want to not have enough heat in the tires, because as you're taking off down the track, the tires will slip. And then if they're too hot, then they'll actually be what they call slick tires, and then they won't stick at all. After you do your burnout, you'll pull up into what they call a beam of lights. It's the staging lights. There's two lights. Both of them are yellow, or what they call amber lights. One guy will pull in, and he'll set the first set of lights up, which is over top of each other. And then the second guy pulls up, and he'll set the second lights off. And then then you pull in and you turn on your second lights, and then he pulls in and turns on his second lights. And at that point, you're both staged. And then the lights will come down, and as the lights are dropping down, you'll get the first set of lights is yellow, and it'll be a yellow, 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 and then it's green. If you see green lights, you've already lost. You can't say you've already lost, but you're already behind the 8 ball. You got to be leaving on that bottom yellow light. I mean, in that way, when your car breaks the beams of the tires, it's actually, you're moving before when that light turns green.
It's like nothing else you ever felt.
It's a family event. It's where people gather, friends and family. They can gather underneath their tents. Everybody wants everybody to enjoy the sport. When you put them nose to nose at that tree, then it's who's going to win.
It's all on there.
It's all, there's where the competition comes in.
It's fun. It's intense. It's a lot of hours, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of busted knuckles. I mean, it's a lot of late nights. I mean, to build something like that. So it's a passion. It's a strong passion.